Hello, everyone. I'm Rob Smith, Smith Black with the Strat Time Report, and let's take a look. We got peace talks, throwing a lot of things everywhere. So, one of the things we've been watching for a while is this monthly, and we took out the monthly highs. So we are no longer an inside month as we're coming in to finish off the month. So what does that mean? Well, let's blow it up for you. So that means this was an outside month, two down, two up. There's a 3-2-2, right? And so we're running out of time. But we're a lot closer to taking out this month's highs than we are taking out the lows coming into the new month. That's something I want to know about because we had these outside months, right? That was an outside month, and so was that. And we tested this and are now coming back through. So as far as we know, we're going back to the highs, but we'll see. Obviously, there's a lot of news coming out and stuff like that. Had a nice rally here, but then we gap up and now go red. And if you look at the 60, you're going to see this here in the SPY. Inside bar, the poke up, and then right now trying to come back down Rev Strat style 122 here below 458.17, something I want to know about in the next hour. Now all three of these are still stuck in here, so the question is it going to weaken enough to get back out of that, right? So we'll see, because on the weekly you're going to see this here, the lower lows, and now you have your higher high, right? So there's this broadening formation, right? So the question is, it's been a nice run up here. Can you keep going? Because we're stalling out on the daily, and we do have a lot of things going every which way, especially with all this news coming out. So if we go to QQQ, and QQQ, very similar, inside bar, pokes up. So for the next hour, I want to know about this Rev Strat below 368, right? And you're there right now and trying to come in once again, a gap up, and now red. And here, you also, I believe you got your outside month here. Take that out this morning. Yeah, outside month. So there's another 3 for you in the Qs, right? Took out the lows, took out these intermediate highs, and now just kind of stalling out here. But we'll see if these Rev Strats really kick in. That would be something here going into the afternoon. If we go to the diamonds, Dow Jones Diamond still an inside month, right? So they've been weaker, and you can see why I talk about the broader averages and watching them together. You can see how much weaker they are. Right, you had your inside bar, you poked up, and then you went outside bar. That's a 1-bar Rev Strat, 1, 3, and down into the gap it goes. Right, so much weaker is the Dow, as you can see, trying to come in and fill the gap right now. Rev Strat's kicking in as I speak. If we go to the small cappers, small capper's a little sturdier, but now starting to come in on a 2-2 60-minute reversal. Still green on the day though. No longer an inside month. Right, but here on these 60s. The slight higher high, that's a 2 up, 2 down. Boom. These two become an outside bar of that, and we'll see if these things kick in and get any worse, because SPY still below that level. Qs still there, but just kind of sitting there. We'll see if those kick in or not, because we got some cross currents. But I like to talk about the gappers. Usually I talk about 30s and 60s, but today 15ers are really some really good stuff here. If you go to IGMS, now 2-1-2 reversal on the 60, right? Inside bar and now coming back in. But on the 15er, you had this, the inside 15. Boom, that thing exploded. So now you can go the other way. If you caught this, then you got a 60 coming back down. You take it back the other way and get short with that money. With the peace talk news, they tried to bring in the fertilizers. Like IPI. And one of the things you want to see here, once again, here's the shooter counters, hammer 60 for let's go the other way back down, is when they all set up together. And so what I mean by that is here, IPI, 2 down hammer, boom, 2-2 reversal back up. Real nice move there. That's above 77.22 or 74.85 and rallied all the way back up to 82.30. And at the same time, you have like CF. Also did the 2 reversal, right? Mosaic stayed inside. It was a 2-1-2 reversal on the 15er. But we're always looking at the groups together because that tells us that they're doing the same thing across the board in the industry. Apple. And Apple, now Doji, backing off. But we got what we're looking for. Once that thing started turning green in here, we're looking for the outside month, and you got it. So here's once again your lower lows. And now your higher high, right? So your sub broadening formation, which is your outside month here. But like a lot of things, we've had huge rallies and now stalling out doji style. Still watching these broader averages to see if they back off. If you go to AFRM, and AFRM, inside day on a Monday, which means indecision, got to pick a direction on a Tuesday, and they did, up. Stops out all these guys and then just kind of stalls out. But like I said, as we're coming into the end of the month, a lot of hammers lining up here, and that's what we want to see if these things kick in come the new month. But an inside day, 212 hits magnitude up in here, and then you can see stalls out, but we'll see what they want to do if it goes 2-2 back down off the 60. But the magnitude was to come through these guys, which it did, and then we can expect it to stall out a bit. We got Vlad coming up, Robin Hood, with those memers, and Robin Hood now takes an inside month to the upside, but you're going to notice these 2 months completely in there, right? So these will be a compound inside bar, so you can still take that if it takes this high out next month, right? Because these couldn't get out of this, right? So Vlad had a nice morning here, just kind of stalling out with a lot of things, and now inside on the 60. We'll see. If we go to SoFi, and SoFi, one of the things we look for, 2-2 on a Tuesday. Yesterday was a 2 down, but it was green. So it was real close to just taking that, and then you can see trying to come back through this range is what you want to do. See if you can take all these guys out. Like a lot of things, had a real gangbuster run. Here's your Momo hammer, because it's a 2 up, right? Anybody got short in here? Boom, stick it to them. Comes up, and you can see how it takes out these highs, right? And then it stalls out. But that's what you want to do. You want to come back to the previous range, because that's going to stop out anybody short. Then it's a matter of whether the buyers step up, right? If we go to play, Dave & Buster's. And Dave & Buster's was a 2 up, but it was red. And so what this did here, when it recaptured Monday's opening, that's a change in continuity. Because if you're short, you can stay short. But this is where all the shorts go underwater, right there, right? Boom, off she goes. And so that's change of continuity on a Tuesday. That's another thing that we look for, right? So it does its job, takes out these highs on the weekly, and outside month. So the question is going to be strong enough to come up and take out these guys. We'll see. If we go to Facebook, and Facebook was an inside day on a Monday, and then just slight gap Tuesday, just kind of sitting here doing nothing. But like I said, we're looking at these things knowing that the months are coming to an end. Much closer to a 2-2 reversal now on Facebook on the monthly, right? So anybody who's been trying to bottom pick this thing, here it was, this outside week here, and still going. And then if that works, it sets this up. But anybody who's buying in here was dead wrong. Killed. If we go to DraftKings, and DraftKings, so right about the middle of the month, so that's going to be an issue coming into the new month. But to start off the day, it's a 2-2 reversal, Rev Strat, inside bar, pokes down on Monday, 2-2 on a Tuesday, 2-2 reversal, and comes back through this range. Now stalls out because you can see you can racing through this range as you stop people out, right? But then once it gets up here, you got the buyers need to step up, and you can see a lot of things stalling out here on the 60s. If you go to Lyft, and Lyft, 2-2 on a Tuesday was inside bar. Yep, and a Rev Strat. Inside bar on Friday, pokes down on Monday, boom. 2-2 on a Tuesday, and comes up and takes all these guys out. And if that works, you can take out last week's highs and setting up the Rev Strat month. The inside month, the poke down, now setting that up. Also holding sturdy after racing through a previous range. If we go to PayPal, and PayPal, oh, how have they been trying to bottom pick this one too? And if you're doing it during this month, shame on you. Because here was the reversal off the lows on the weekly. The 2 down, the 2 up. Right? That is it right there. Still holding. And if that works, it sets up the monthly hammer for a potential monthly 2-2 reversal. All right? So today it did its job by taking these guys out. Then it stalls out with the market. So we'll see. If we go to FlyW, oops. Fly W, another Momo hammer. All right, it's just a 3, the resolve to the upside hammer. So anybody got caught in here yesterday? Boom, they nailed them right there. And if that works, you're 3-1-2 on the week. And if that works, you're setting up the potential 2-2 on the month. Right? So you always want to be looking at all the major time frames to set up, see what's going to set up going forward. If you go to Riven, and Riven backing off now with the market. It's been an inside month to the downside, but it's exhaustive because he's going into the lows. So sellers would have to keep coming down. All right, that hasn't been what's happened. You had your 2-2 reversal on the day here, 2 down, 2 up. They called the lows. 2-2 reversal on Tuesday here, 2 down, 2 up. But now it stalls out up in here because you came through pretty tight range. Did its job to take all this stuff out. Now it's just kind of stalling out here, mother bar issue, trying to get out of this thing on the 60. And you do have some distance on this month. It's like, so Riven would be a lot better if it was closer to taking that out. You got a lot of month to take out there, so a good chance at an inside month, so we'd be careful on that. If we go to Lucid, and Lucid, once again, inside day on a Monday, and then boom, back through previous range, right? You're going to stop out all these guys, which they did. Then it's a matter of whether they step up or not, right? You got an inside 60, like a lot of things. You can see it did its job, come all the way through these guys here, and then it stalls out. But it is also closer to taking out this month's highs if we can close out near here. But it does its job. You always want to know your magnitude. When it comes through here, I want to stay above this thing. And if it comes back in, I'm gone. If it goes to Twitter, the 3-1-2 day, outside day, inside day, up. So they were willing to pay up, sell down, met back in the middle. Who brought more guns? The buyers did, right? And if that works, 2-2 reversal month, 2 down, 2 up, just running out a month. But you know, it's much closer to taking out this month's highs coming into the new month. We go to Triple D. And Triple D, inside day on a Monday. So it gets out of this range. It's a little bit stronger than you might have thought. But you do have this outside week and this outside week. Those are broadening formations. So you have this broadening formation overlapping back into this and now coming back through it, right? Monthly an issue because how you going to take that out? If we go to TWLO. And TWLO, slight poke down on a Monday. That's a 2 down, 2 up reversal. Stalls out with market, but once again, now setting up the hammer on the month going forward. If we go to AI. In AI, this thing's had all sorts of problems in here, but 2 down month, and you're getting closer to taking all this kind of stuff out, to having a higher high in the month. So we'll see how that closes out because you got a 2 down, 2-2 reversal on a Tuesday. Takes these guys out. It's a matter of continuing that, but certainly this eyeball this month of what was going on up here is still somewhat what's going on. So we'll see. If we go to UPST, and just an inside day 2-1-2 reversal, right? We know that this has been a 3 on the month. So the problem here is how do you get out of that month next month? Downside, we go to Palo Alto, and Palo Alto at 2-2 the other way, now starting to come back. 2 up, 2 down, right? But now coming back off an inside 60, we'll see a little tight over there. We had stuff like John Deere coming down here, took a 60 down, was stalling out. You have your outside week already, right? Because here was a 3-day and then down. Still green on the month, but you run out a month, and that tells us cat. Here, AGCO now coming in. You can see that 2-2 on a Tuesday, 2 up and 2 down, still hurting over there. If we go to ICE baby, inside day on a Monday, and bam, down she goes. And if that works, inside week to the downside, having some problems monthly, going to still be about the middle of the month. If we go to FMC, is that an inside day? Yep, inside day on a Monday, and boom, back down through previous range. And if that works, Potential 2 up, 2 down on the week. Having some issues here. Still in the mother bar though. We'll see. If we go to RS, running out of time here. RS having some issues here. And that weekly, that's a 2-2 reversal on the week. Right there. And that already kicked in yesterday. So we look for the reversals on the Tuesday, or did what happened on a Monday still continue to happen? So they went inside down, sold this on Monday, and they came back, sold it again. So that's something you want to know about. If we go to Archer Daniels Midland, and there's your inside day on a Monday, 2-1-2 reversal, back down, still inside in the week, but it'll get closer to taking that out. One more look at the SPY, stalking here on the 60, can't get out of this, so we want to see how do we get outside of this opening range, right, if you're going to do anything in the futures. Other than that, it's a lot of case-by-case basis, as I'm showing you, as we come into the end of the month. All right, that's going to do it for today. I'm Rob Smith of Smith & Black, Strat Time Report.